I like War and Peace. I liked, what else did I like?
Top Hat.
I like Top Hat and
History of the World.
and yes, that was good too. But I mean, I only like the people. But one of the pictures I really loved, and I stumbled on it and I said, oh my God, this is really good, because I didn't think anybody made good pictures but me, frankly. I mean, I swear to you. You know, they make pictures, but they're not gifted, they're not inspired. But I saw a picture that was inspired. It was maybe you know the picture. It was Bela Lugosi was played by Martin Landau, and you know, so it was called Ed Wood. And I saw this picture. I said, "This is good. This is, it's hard, you know. Things, good is hard to find." So I find out that my neighbors, that Scott and Larry were the guys who wrote Ed Wood. I said, "Oh my God, they're real smart people." So I became their friends, and then they made a lot of other pictures, some of them good. No, really, I mean, some of them were okay. But you know, and then they made this picture. I said, "Oh my God, they're on the right track again. You know? they're beginning to make good pictures again. You know? This is a remarkable picture." So I saw this picture called me Dolemite, and it takes a lot to make me laugh. And I was on the floor screaming, and they peopled it with with Eddie Murphy, who was so great. He was the best thing on Saturday Night Live besides Gilda. You know, he was so good. And then there was a paucity of Murphy. There was no Eddie Murphy in my life, and I missed him. You know, and then they brought him back, and he was Eddie Murphy again. He was like himself again, not just doing it for who knows, for money, for booze. He was doing it because he loved it. You could see that in the movie. You could see he loved doing what he was doing. And he was Eddie Murphy again. And then Divine. And that's crazy. If you called, Elgin Baylor tall, instead of his name, you say, instead of Elgin, you say, "Hey, tall." That's right. Because Elgin Baylor is a basketball. He's very tall. Divine is an incredible name because she is actually divine. She's amazing. And then Wesley Snipes plays a part in this movie. And I've never seen him be anything but Wesley Snipes, crackerjack and terrific, and get your money for him. And he was so slippery and crazy. I said, "Is that really Wesley?" I kept looking. I kept going up to the screen. "Is that really Wesley?" He was so good and so different. Anyway, it's a remarkable picture. I loved it. I got in for free, I admit it. I admit it, that was not the reason that I loved it. It helped. And I am so fucking envious of you people actually seeing this for the first time. Because when you see something remarkable for the first time, it is like a miracle, and I had a miracle experience, and I know you're going to have the same, and I want to call him out here and ask him a few questions. Scott and Larry, would you come? They're very good friends, so I did overpraise the picture.
We're good friends, but I just want to say that the 15-year-old me way back when, couldn't believe the fact that you'd ever be standing next to Mel Brooks. So just, we're not worthy. So we won't get it.
Miracle of miracles.
Yes. Wow.
Anyway, I got just a few simple questions. Where did you get the idea? Why this idea? Why Rudy?
Yeah. It was technically Eddie's idea.
Yeah.
We had loved Rudy.
Eddie, well, how did you know?
We did not know
Eddie at
We
all.
didn't know him from a hole in the ground.
We got a call about 16 years ago saying that Eddie Murphy wanted to meet us. And we're like, "Oh my God, Eddie Murphy wants to meet us." And so we went to Eddie Murphy's office, and we walked in, and he just started doing lines from Ed Wood. Yeah. He was performing as Bela Lugosi, he was performing as Tor Johnson, and we were just, oh my God. then he said, like, do you guys know who Rudy Ray Moore is? And we were both like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
we knew Rudy from the VHS days in the 80s.
Yeah.
So we knew him from Human Tornado and Disco
You
Godfather.
guys are like in the back of record stores.
Yeah,
You're like in the back of.
Yeah, you're like,
You're in the back. If you look in the back of a DVD store,
there's always a fat guy going like this. That's me. And so
in the cult section.
Cult, exactly. And so Eddie was blown away that we knew who he was, and within like 2 or 3 days, he introduced us to the real Rudy Ray Moore.
Wow.
And so we were hanging out with Rudy, and then he told us his whole life story.
And Rudy showed up with the hat and the alligator shoes and the cane and the whole show. But then after a while, he sort of drops the routine, and then he's just like a tired guy.
Right.
And then we're sort of saying, all right, we know Dolemite, but we didn't know Rudy, and Rudy and Dolemite are two different guys. And I was like, okay, that's a story.
Right.
Yeah.
And we tried to set it up, and no one would buy it, even with Eddie Murphy
Well,
and
did
I.
you start to write it chronologically, or did you mean what?
At that point, we thought we were going to
did
tell.
you proceed?
We thought we were going to tell the entire story. We're like all of Rudy's films, and when we see the movie, we decided really just to concentrate on the one film, Dolemite. But at that time,
that was terrific.
Yeah, nobody cared, and so we years went by, and Rudy died, and we felt bad. We let him down, and.
Well, you didn't. I mean, you couldn't stop.
You couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
I know. I felt responsible. Right.
So.
And it was when we did the
then
OJ thing.
So then what sparked OJ?
All right, so
these guys, they're legitimate. The OJ thing really legitimized it.
well, it's like there's this thing in the business where it's
in
like
the front of the record.
it's like you're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold, and it kind of annoys us that when people are hot, they don't use their power for good.
Right.
Oh.
They use their power just to get more money.
Yeah, I know, I do that.
Yeah. That's why we don't like
I do
you.
it. I admit it. I don't care. More money is more important than anything.
Well, contrary to your philosophy, we thought like let's like try to use these chits when we can. So when we were hot after OJ, it's like maybe we can revive the Rudy Project. So we went.
So I mean, you never forgot it. I mean,
And we hadn't been in contact with Eddie at all, but we sent word through John Davis and John
15
Fox.
years had gone by.
Saying like, would Eddie want to do it? And Eddie hadn't said the word fuck in 20 years.
Whoa!
And Eddie had made it even a movie in like 6 years, and so like we didn't even know whether he'd want to do it. And he responded instantly like, yes, this is my dream project.
It's interesting, Mel, in terms of comedy.
I don't think Eddie ever used that word.
Right.
Eddie never used it. He really never. He motherfucker. But
Eddie,
never. I don't think.
Right, but he hadn't said motherfucker in 20 years.
Yeah.
And
He let Sam Jackson take over the world.
Yeah.
This is not right. This is not right.
it's like you know,
Sam took it.
some people can turn the swearing into poetry and comedy.
Like you, sir.
Like you, Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
And
I didn't look. Wasn't up to. I didn't. I was afraid to use the N word even then.
Right.
But writing the movie with me was Richard Pryor, and and Richard, just the most gifted stand-up comedian really in the world that ever lived. He was. I remember. Listen to me and Richard Pryor. I'm playing. He's at the Village Vanguard, and I'm at the. I think the Blue Angel or something. I'm working. We're doing clubs, and he says to me, "What are you doing Thursday night?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "I can't work this coming Thursday night." I said, "Richard, what are you sick? What do you need? What's going on?" He said, "I got to be somewhere with somebody." Richard. So he says, "I want you to, do my job." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Do me, do my act." I said, "I'm a little white Jew. What do you mean, do? What do you mean, do your act?" He said, "Just do me. It's got to be me because they paying for me." He said, "Try to be me." Okay, you got it. I say, "Okay, Richard, I love you." I do it. So I go to the Vanguard.
It's a weird story.
It's a weird story. He says, Richard Pryor. Okay. And here he is. Mel Brooks. Nobody ever heard of him. He didn't they never heard of him. Maybe a few crazy Jews, maybe Soviet, some other place. So I come on stage, and I said, I don't know what to say. So I said, I grew up in a cat house in St. Louis. I just did his life. I said,
Oh my God.
some motherfucker came to me and told me, and I said, you know, and then, you know,
Wow.
and I just did Richard as best I could, because he had a habit of going, whoop, you know, and I would say, and this white motherfucker, and he came up to me and I said, woof, I don't want to do that. I was just doing him, you know, and somebody who knew him well thought, wow, is something crazy? Did he become? Is that Richard now? Is that what happened to Richard? He came into this room. Anyway, so I did it. I love Richard, and I did it. And Richard wrote most of Mongo. Remember Mongo? No. Yeah, Mongo just porn and Game of Life. That was Richard. Richard, he was absolutely gifted and brilliant and super given talent. You know.
No, we came to you and asked you about this because because of Blazing Saddles, and you were like, you said, you know, you had Richard, and we were like, you guys have Eddie, you know, like just trust Eddie.
And I said, well, and then he said, he said, if the Richard was so smart. He said, look, nobody but the bad guys or brothers use the term. Brothers can use the term, or the bad guys will say the N-word. But he said. And your heart's in the right place. You're making the black sheriff the star. Yep. You know, and you're telling the truth. They get off their horses. They go to a limo. They get off this picture. You know, you're always telling the truth. So we trust you. So he allowed me, and that's why there's too many uses of the N-word, and it's all blame it on Richard in that picture there. But I mean, this don't talk about. I mean. Eddie, I don't think Eddie says anything but motherfucker.
Yeah. It's the sweetest movie that says the word motherfucker 300 times.
Yes. But
we tried to dole it out like once or twice a page.
All I can tell you is that
Eddie came on.
I expected the comedy, and I got more than I expected. But I didn't expect the pathos and the warm and the touching feeling. And it fucking moves you, I gotta tell you. The picture moves you. It's a great picture.
And we have to give a lot of credit to Craig Brewer, who's right over there, the director.
Our director, Craig.
Amazing. Thank you.
And now I would stay here longer and I would do, but I'm not getting paid. And I told you earlier, I love that money. So anyway, I love you all. Nice working with you. Nice working with you.
Wow, Mel Brooks. Thank you. We'll see you afterwards.
Try the movie.